What's going on YouTube? Nader's Mox here with a layout update, the first one for this layout. And the last one really for this year, maybe? I don't know. By the time you guys see this, it'll be Christmas Day, so it'll be the Christmas Day update. So, the last layout updates I've ever done were on layouts that did not pass, they ended up failing, but this one I want to actually try to finish. See down that end, it's undeveloped, but this is where I'm going to focus today. It's on this finished end, so let's get on with it and check out what I've done. Alright, in the back corner we got the warehouse 3.0 as I call it, and the dark orange building that has survived 3 layout inceptions, but we'll focus on them later. First of all, we're going to start on this siding here, where these tank cars are. This is going to be a bulk oil dealer. And then, of course, the siding back here, next to the main track, is going to go to the warehouse. It also gives me extra storage, since I got so many train cars now built out of Lego. And then moving up this way, unfinished section, I gotta get base plates for, and then lay the track on. I have them on stilts basically, so I can run the train without having to stop and not be able to run. Don't mind that. That's just the camera car, what you guys got to see in the opening sequence. So, all right, we'll move to the warehouse now. All right, so yeah, this is warehouse 3.0 as I call it. This is the third warehouse to sit on this exact spot. The differences I made in this one compared to the other ones is the size. The first one was longer. This one's shorter. This was what I found more practical as far as design-wise. The other changes from the first 1 and 2 that I did is that, you have to pardon the shadow from the phone, but I eliminated the loading dock by just making loading doors, just because I designed this the wrong way. But by the time I realized it was too late, so I was like, well, it had to do with this track alignment. So I was like, well, I'll just deal with it. Just come up with a different version. And then, of course, this piece here is going to come across to a powerhouse. Some warehouses and factories are big enough they needed their own. They didn't go off the electrical grid of the city. And of course you got the siding back here where these tank cars are sitting. And then comes back around, connects to the other siding, and then runs into the main. And then this here is going to be another building that's going to rise up, and just to break up the openness. And of course, whoops, somebody drinking on the job, getting caught by the boss. And then these clumps here, I'm entertaining the idea of doing like a late spring sort of idea, that just where you have little clumps of snow and ice, but there's a little bit of greenery trying to poke its way through at the same time, but not succeeding too well. People in New England call that the mud season, or 5th season, they unofficially name it. And you guys will probably notice that, same thing with my earlier layouts, there's no real green grass. It's dark tan, which is representing like a dead grass, which is more endemic to industrial, with also some dirt and mud mixed in. And then this spot here, I'm not going to reveal that yet because I have a plan for this. Something's going to go back here, probably another retaining wall, but I got something else that's going to go with that. Pretty sure you guys will like it. And then as per the first layout attempt, gonna have another building here with the cutout coming this way, and then of course a tunnel. But I'm still working on what I want to do back this corner. I have some ideas, but I'm just not rushing into it until I can figure out what I want. And of course back in here, undeveloped area that I've yet to decide what I want to do. But for right now, finishing this, getting this foreground scenery done, putting in the bulk oil dealer. So that's what I have for the city for now. So now I'm going to give you a car update on what I can think of, what I haven't shown since my last videos. Alright, starting off, we have this car, which is a Chesapeake & Ohio 50-foot box car. It's semi-based off the Brick Model Railroader 40-foot box car, only it's the 50-foot variant. I believe the prototype for this one was 1965-ish, somewhere in there, but I have to relook. And then this is going to the 40 foots. This is the Santa Fe Decal Set. This is now the second run that Brick Model Railroader has done of the box cars. And let's see, there's another one yet. Alright, this one back here is the SP box car in black. And that's part of the second series. It's actually the first one of the second series. I think I did, but don't quote me on that. I don't remember what all I built in what order. And then I think that's all the ones of the new cars that are from the new paint schemes. Alright, now all these tank cars, one of them is not new, but 3 of them have been decaled to match it. I had a plan for a while back about making a whole string of tank cars, mostly for running, but bulk oil dealer kind of gives me an excuse. But anyway, they're all going to be for SL, and the numbering is all going to be the exact, not the exact same, but they're all going to be in a sequence. And I still have a couple here that I'm waiting to get decals for. And I think another new one, which I think should have a video but I didn't talk about, was the Sinclair tank car, which I had to do one. Still got to get the green dishes for that, but they're not cheap. Alright, this is one of the last 2 cars that are new. This is a Baltimore, Ohio Gondola, and then a Western Maryland version. And these are from the newer instructions from Brick Model Railroader, along with the decals. I plan on building a couple more of these at least, because they're all, gondolas are very useful in the railroading world. They carry all kinds of stuff from coal to scrap. They have multiple purpose usage, even though nobody really respects them. They're pretty much the Rodney Dangerfield of the car world. Nobody respects them, but yet they like having them around. So that's it for the car updates. It's also it for the main layout update. So this time, guys, I plan on finishing the layout. I intend on finishing it instead of tearing it up like I always do. But that's all I got. Oh, I almost forgot. Brand new locomotive build since the last time. Experimenting with building an Alco C424. Yeah, a couple things I'll modify on it, but I feel like I've captured the overall shape really well. I know a guy on my social media thing complaining about the trucks, but nothing I can do about that because they are actually slightly shorter than they should be. But unfortunately, I'm using the train motors, which limit the length. The reason why I'm using Lego train motors is they're more efficient as far as running, at least with diesels they are. But get you guys a good front view. But there's nothing too much you can do about that. Oh yeah, and then of course the Conroe caboose, I almost forgot. So, alright guys, that's all I got for the video. So I will catch you in the next one. Bye.